What about Radio Ethiopia? I remember hearing an interview where some guy was talking about alternative radio, and then you went into this thing about what Radio Ethiopia is and what alternative radio really means to you.
You mean RNEW Zeppelin? It was like one of the great disasters. They should, in those disaster things where they show 50 great disasters or those disaster books, they should
Right.
put the RNEW broadcast. That came about because in the city, I guess it was late 76, our bicentennial year, I might note, we did about 20 straight shows at the Bottom Line. It's sort of a big club in New York, and which had never been done, not even by Bruce Springsteen.
Uh-huh.
We no one has ever broke our record, and we were like doing 3 shows a night. And on the last night, we were going to appear on W about 4 in the morning because this Harry Chapin character was having like a hunger telethon, and I figured, it was a lot of people were listening, and it was to sort of stir people up to try to help feed their brothers and sisters, think of, to like turn out and think about who is hungry around you. I took it not only to mean food, but, spiritual food, knowledge, anything that people were hungry for. So I thought it was a good, hunger is something I definitely believe in. I think it's a good way to feed the soul is to get hungry. So I thought it would be a good thing to do. Also, I like talking on the radio because you get to talk to a whole bunch of people at once. So I was real excited. I kept saying, hey, you guys, it's the same people. It's just like that. We have like hardcore that come every night. And that's like, or every show. That's why they always do something new. Because when you're looking at the same stuff, like, he's like a Jeff Beck song on, which is real great. I'm listening to Jeff Beck's guitar and listening to this guy starts talking to me like, this fat mouth stuff about gotta watch your language and you got a bad reputation and we don't have a bleeper machine and make sure you don't. I was just there to communicate.
Right.
I was just there to like talk to the people and talk to the kids and do some kind of like telepathic jamming. I didn't come on to like spew a bunch of obscenities and have our supposedly most progressive station go under into the sea. But like this guy kept it up, and I just sat there, and then Jeff Beck ended, and he put on the switch and says, welcome to NEW, the alternative radio. And so I said, alternative to what? Alternative to what? You just gave me a rap that, any AM DJ would say. Well, the transcript of this famous speech is available through, it was printed in High Times magazine, the one with Johnny Rotten on the cover.
Right.
And we have reprinted it extensively. I don't think that there's much point in repeating it here, as the Muslims would say. But what the outcome was of it was, in my defense of America's slang progressive station, is to be a guardian of our nation's slang.
Right.
America is famous all over the world for its slang. You go to France, and their favorite thing is to say, fucking God, I don't take no shit. And they love American slang. It's not thought of as dirty and obscene. It's very expressive. We're hated for a lot of reasons. They still think we all hate black people and we all have $1 million and we all have 40 pairs of dungarees each, But the one thing they do love about us is the fact that we have a lot of courage and a lot of balls and we have great speech. I'm not talking about English neither. I'm talking about American. And anyway, in the process of this defense, I suddenly realized that we were. I was not talking about hunger, so I said, "Oh well, listen, fuck the slang," just because that's like one of the words that I say a lot, So yeah, I got a spanking. I got a spanking for about 2 years. Our Radio Ethiopia, which we had constructed as a tribute to radio, was banned from radio for, forever. It still doesn't get any airplay, and subsequently we took a big dive in America. You know, all the impact that we had made with horses was the rug was pulled from under us because radio has become so powerful in America. It's like the 50s. You know, kids buy what they hear on the radio.
And the programmers shape the sounds of the radio.
And the businessmen shape the brain and the tongue and the pointing finger of the programmer.
Right, yeah.
So what we have is a very abstract situation here, or as Paul Newman would say,
failure to communicate. Yeah, there is a failure to communicate.
But yeah, we did get in some trouble, but it was all to our advantage, all to our country's advantage, because what it caused was, you know, I'm a fighter. My group fights, and we fought for for those years, and we stirred up a lot of kids, and the kids fought with us, and we picketed and petitioned and badgered that radio station till they didn't even they were afraid to walk out the door. I mean, we made their lives very miserable, and when I entered a period of immobility soon after that, the kids worked day and night to get us airplay. And by the time I was back on my feet again, the kids had not only gotten us like airplay, but set the stage for us to have a hit record. And I'm very grateful to that.